The initial part of gang stalking is deception. That's really what the Bible says. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and he's the deceiver. And I'm not being biblical. I'm using that as text because it aligns with who, the facts, what we can prove. So with gang stalking, the first element is just really deception, aka smear campaign. If you hear the noise in the background, that's because they can hear it and it's shaking their walls. And like I said, I create my own noise campaign. If the walls where we live at are thin, we live in connected homes. So I know that if I put a speaker to a wall where they sleep at, I can turn it up pretty much and create their own noise campaign. So I don't call it tit for tat. I call it basically just do. Protecting myself and my energy. Giving back the same energy. But back to what I was saying, if you really understand the first part of this is really deception. I'm going to turn this up here. The first part is really deception. That's the first part. That's what the smear campaign is. That's lying. That's them making a false pretense. But when you realize that there is no lie, they all are aware of who you are and that it's your... Right, this program only works based on what you don't know. The more you know, the more they expose, and the more they look stupid. Now, in my case, because I'm hostile and I'm combative. I shouldn't say I'm hostile. I'm just aggressive and I'm combative, and you have to be as a man. If you're a man that's going to stand up for yourself and protect yourself, then that just comes naturally to defend yourself. So because I'm a very aggressive person, I don't take shit, I don't tolerate bullshit. There's only one way they can approach me, in fear or with bullshit. And they start with bullshit and it ends up in fear. As you can tell, all my videos, I don't take shit from these people. So when the more you know, the more they expose and the less they do, which means that really it lessens and diminishes the whole part of the program. You understand? When they were banging and doing all this stuff in the beginning, you're not really understanding why. Now you understand why. You understand who they are, the lack of character they possess, what they're aligned with. The only reason they can bang now is out of guilt, out of anger and frustration. In my case, because they failed, I exposed them. I'm not intimidated. They didn't get me in the cuckoo house like they wanted to. I never been to jail or arrested. They couldn't smear my name, right? They couldn't incriminate me and get me set up in these fraudulent situations. They couldn't create, make me lonely or isolate me, because honestly, isolation is the best part of this situation that I've experienced, because as a loner, as an introvert, as they call it, I'm able to sit back, finesse, and watch and peep plays and see who is who and separate myself. Don't ever let them think like they're not taking anything away from us. If you really realize you don't want to be around these fucks. Nobody wants to be around these fucks. Not me. Like I stay in the house and unless I'm working, I'm getting some money, or I'm doing something, or I have to go, handle business. That's the only time I'm outside. Like, I don't want to be around them. I don't want to go to the clubs. I don't drink. I have no desire to go to the bar. I have no desire to be around any of them. I barely want to be around my relatives unless I'm like getting some mail or washing some clothes or, trying to get something to eat from wherever they got in there, surviving. So for me, it's not like, and I tell you guys, like, one of the biggest misconceptions they want you to do is move. They want you to move so then you go broke. You're in a new environment. You don't have anyone that you can trust anyway. But you also have people that that would have no choice but to be able to vouch for you in a jam, just because if they didn't vouch for you, it would be too suspicious. So they want you to get you to a new area because now you're here. They can that's really what I feel like the smear campaign begins when you leave your neighborhood, because fuck who you know and you went to school with. Most of the people I know, I don't see them on TV. They're not doing shit. They don't have to have shit. They don't have half of the shit I have and I worked hard for in my life since I was 15, working. I'm 31. So I don't see anyone on America's Next Top Model playing for the NFL or NBA in my high school graduating class. So it's safe to say them niggas ain't shit. So I'm not moving and fucking up my money. I know the police. I know the temperature of the police in Maryland, Baltimore. I know how everybody moves. I know my neighbors' cars, names, children. So why would I move out of a location that I feel comfortable in because people try to make me feel uncomfortable? No, what I've done is I've made them feel uncomfortable. What I've done is I've exposed them. That's why the best thing in this program is recording them, because they're one-dimensional. A lot of these people drive the same vehicles, they wear the same cars, they do the same things, they operate the same way because they have to, especially if you give them patterns. Once you realize that everything they do is based on you, I'll walk downstairs so many times a day for no reason. I'll go outside, open up the door. I get up early. Like, you guys see me, I'd be up 4 o'clock in the morning to go grocery shopping because, like I said, it's all an inconvenience for them. If they think they can inconvenience me, well, let's get up. Now we're going to get up 4 o'clock in the morning. My neighbor's going to get up. I'm going to rev my truck up, right? Play my music, right? Everybody up. And I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to get gas. I'm doing the shit I got to do. Because no one's going to be sitting and waiting for me in comfort while I go and do the shit I got to do. You can wait at 29-degree weather at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then you see where that happens. You see how that go for you. But the whole objective of what I'm saying is this program sheds its skin, right? Pun intended. It sheds its skin when you realize what's underneath it, a snake. And you see how these people operate, and you realize you don't want to be attached to snakes. Who would? So I don't feel like the only thing that I feel like this experience has done to me is limit my ability for financial success, because they hinder our opportunities. But you got to realize it's a catch for me, because, okay, you may hinder certain opportunities that have the chance to make real money, 6+ figures. But look at the type of people and the lack of character that you'd have to be around. Imagine the gaslighting and the gang stalking you have to be around, and the bullshit that they be trying to do just to get you out the door for you to pursue your things. You have to ask yourself, am I comfortable hustling? Because see, me, I'd rather hustle and get the same things than kiss ass to get it. You know what I mean? I'm not kissing ass. Nobody's kissing ass over here. I'm not bowing down, and I'm definitely not frailing up to no bitch ass motherfuckers out here following us around doing this whole ass shit. So, this is just a little rant. I peep some things, and I'm going to be posting some videos that'll make sense, but I'm not posting everything because these niggas they have patterns. I know that what I document today will be done tomorrow, and if I get them doing the same thing back to back, especially these new neighbors, because I have new neighbors that just moved in. So we're catching these people. They're Asian. I don't know, they're Asian or Mexicans. They drive white Honda and a Dodge Dart. So, like, again, they're trying to bang the doors. And I already had to tell this one guy, shut the fuck up. So we'll see how this goes. I'll be posting videos when I have more to put together to piece the patterns together. But until then, stay strong.